into the late game if it gets to that point.
They have to drag it on. It's tough to go up against the BINASIC lineup just because of the fact that some of them are damage belt. They're going to scale well into the level 4, into the early team fights. As soon as we reach the mid game, that's when we can feel the presence of the Harley. That's when we can feel the presence of the other mages that they have in the fray. But also, we have to fear the tanks that Honda has. He has a plethora of tanks that he can pick out and just play very well in. And he picked up the Kufra. Which
and in day number 1, Honda Beast wasn't shy in day number 1 to use the Flicker Tyrant's Revenge early to kill in the first few minutes of the game. So that's what BINASIC has to watch out for here. And looking at the backline dive heavy lineup the backline heavy lineup that Fantasma has with the triple mage, they have to watch out for this Hayabusa and the support of Pain, who I think will focus more on really maximizing the damage of the last Insanity to the back.
Terra's forced to flicker out. Pain Flicks dishing out damage with the fire missiles. They're not going to be amounting to much. Wrecker's low on HP though, but he's still fairly alive. He still managed to secure the purple buff for himself.
Yeah, and this X-Borg support is something that BINASIC already showed off in day number 1 as well, and it is incredibly annoying to go up against. He has good wave clear. He can clearly remove the minion waves in mid to be able to assist in for the objective fights, in the buffs, in the Lord, in the Turtle. You're gonna have to worry about the last Insanity once that's available for him. So you're gonna have to watch out for the health of Fantasma Kalidad members come those big fights, because if they're going into a fight with 50, 60, 70% health, a good amount of that is going to be taken away, or could be taken away, by the last Insanity of that X-Borg from Pain.
As there is a clear stalemate here for now. Turtle's going to be spawning 4 seconds. First major point of contention here, and we're seeing a lot of presence for BINASIC near the Turtle Pit area. We're seeing Fantasma trying to rotate to the top side, but Pain is trying to go for a push with that last Insanity, secures that kill. If Wrecker is going to be forced a hat trick out of there. Will try to steal the Turtle away. He has a retribution available. He can go in with a hat trick to steal it away, but it's still going to the hands of BINASIC.
Ah, man, just when I said it, if Pain sees you at the low health, he has the flicker, he has his ultimate, he won't be shy with using it. So early on again, Jaemon gets picked off here. And it hurts because he's really just trying to do what attack does, which is try to position for your team to give information where the members of BINASIC are. Just so happens that it just coincides with Pain hitting level 4, so because he was eating a good amount of damage as well from Pain from the flamethrower hits, yeah, it was an easy delete.
Yeah, the fire missiles are actually consistently doing damage against Fantasma Kalidad. It begs to ask the question, what's going to happen as soon as we reach the 8-minute mark? Pain is going to synergize well with Oh My Yuri, 30 Gaming, and Honda Beast. Like, as soon as the set's being set by Honda Beast, that's where it's at. As I say, that raid onto 2. You pull me in, I'll push you away. That's exactly what Honda Beast did, but that's already a brunt of damage being thrown. Everything in the gas cylinders of Fantasma Kalidad thrown to take out Honda Beast.
Great response there by Fantasma Kalidad. A great initiation by Honda Beast with the Tyrant's Rage onto 2. But the Fantasma Kalidad having their Chango close to that side lane will also be able to push down Changu down here in bottom. Get hits on that energy shield so you can get a little bit more gold. I love the response that Fantasma Kalidad showed there.
Beautiful response. They're rotating as a 4-man unit there in the bottom lane, which is the best thing that I can ever go for here. As they will trade up the top lane shield here. The game is going to be joining in on the fray. Yeah, it's
Look at the basic attack damage from the Moskov, man. Wow!
That's 20 seconds. Like I counted 20 seconds. top lane
Oh,
turret
man.
melted with full shields.
And even Dexy using the meteor shower there in the bottom lane to get that orange buff. Now FANTASMA KALIDAD will contest.
The Rage connects onto D Gaming. It will be securing FANTASMA KALIDAD, but they will trade out one. Last Insanity going to be used out as well as Painflix just to deter. Just Zero left alive. Will not make it out here. Late rotation from FANTASMA KALIDAD, but hey, they still secured the turtle for themselves, so Wrecker is feeling happy now compared to how he was in game number 1.
FANTASMA KALIDAD weren't able to position that well for that fight. Really set up that Tyrant's Rage onto 2 for Honda Beast to pick off Jaemon. And the last Insanity by Pain, that was a great turn of events there for BINASIC. But then as you said, FANTASMA KALIDAD were the ones able to secure the turtle. And Wrecker doesn't have a death yet under his belt. As long as FANTASMA KALIDAD can keep Wrecker alive, can keep that Harley alive, it should be good news for them. Like that!
Yeah, he's feeling confident. He didn't even... Oh, wait, hold up. The Revenge and the Rage. Chango has to respond to this. And Jaemon is going to be paying the price. The hat-trick's not going to be saving Wrecker as all. And Jaemon still manages to stay alive. That's still going to be a wonderful kill for BINASIC.
Great play there by Honda Beast. Again, initially, we didn't see 30 Gaming in the shot of the camera, but because he was in the mid lane, Honda Beast trusted him to be close enough to be able to rotate. So even if Harley used that spatial escape to get away, he's gonna run into a Moskov, which is what he did. So Wrecker was just forced to fight, try to find a win out of that, but he just couldn't. That was a difficult situation for FANTASMA KALIDAD to recover from.
I like that zoning that Honda Beast has been doing throughout the entirety of the game. He was preparing his revenge for Tengzi games, but he figured out that, hey, Jaemon's going to be joining in on a fray in the bottom lane. I want to keep the guys alive as much as possible. Let's not do that. Painflix, already no Firaga armor. Gets strong with a Rage, connects onto 2. Honda Beast is really a beast on this Kufra, and Jaemon might just pay the price. He goes for the stick, but he's still low on HP. 30 Gaming takes him down, and that's the meteor shower to deter any further pushes by BINASIC.
I feel bad for Jaemon. He already got a stick a pick off there, but he was right at the edge of the pull to bring him back closer to the members of FANTASMA KALIDAD and secure that pick off kill. I saw him throw it out, but the effect was just right outside the little glob of glue he wanted to grab onto so that he could get dragged back.
And, oh, here we go again. Honda Beast will be spotted out by Jaemon. Oh, yep, no shenanigans there. There's still the threat of a Rage available, and Honda Beast is positioning himself behind enemy lines. Will he go for Jaemon? No, not really. They will be zoning everybody away just for 30 to secure his turtle. Oh, last Insanity by Pain.
Charging it up.
Flicker's in. No joy. No cigar in that fight. And he's going to be surrounded by Tengzi, and that is going to be a pause being called. Pie.
Well, Jaemon, though. Jaemon was able to get out of that just in time with the help of the ultimate, utilizing split to just get a little bit of heal, and then at the same time, increase that movement speed by like 25%. So if he didn't commit the ultimate there, he most likely would have eaten that last Insanity. So great reflexes there by Jaemon.
And it's, you know, despite what's happening in the game right now, yeah, BINASIC is in the lead by just 3K, 2 kills. It's still relatively anybody's game. FANTASMA KALIDAD can easily turn the tides and start pushing in the side lanes to just apply a little bit more pressure. And the objective takes are actually relatively even. There's not relatively even. Two turtles of BINASIC, FANTASMA KALIDAD, but that's all good. They can still mount a comeback. But speaking of comebacks, what can turn the tides of battle here, Reptar?
Well, the good thing about FANTASMA KALIDAD this time around is that the gold lead here of BINASIC isn't that massive, so they can still make a comeback out of this. What BINASIC is trying to avoid is to just get picked off by the glue, which is why they've been able to respond to Jaemon really well throughout the game. So now, if they get eaten up by the glue, if they can get one pick off with the pass as he's grabbed onto him with the split, And the glue abilities just bled into your mind when you think about it a little bit more.
Yeah.
That is going to be a fantastic opening for Fantasma Kalidad if they can get that.
And openings is what Honda Beast is also known for. So the openings that Fantasma Kalidad wants may just be turned around if ever Honda Beast is in the general vicinity for a revenge or for a flicker into a rage. That's a lot of things that you have to wonder about. But those of you who are tuning in, welcome to the Facebook Gaming Creator Games Rise to Greatness, organized by Facebook Gaming. We're your casters, Nomad and Redcar. We're just waiting for Fantasma Kalidad to fix a couple of things on their end. It is a pause being called by them. So make sure you let your family and friends know that we're here. Oh, hello! You transformed!
Hello. Oh, there we go. Whoa. I'm back. What's up?
What's good? Hey. He's alive!
We're back here. So, yeah, no, I feel like there's some people there who were seeing my photo for throughout the cast. I was like, wow, Reptar got really good at one, not blinking, and ventriloquism. Because his mouth isn't moving at all. No, that was just a photo there. But yeah, back. Like, it's good to be on camera. Finally making the most out of my lights. I've been getting quite blinded by them. But now, at least now I'm maximizing it.
You're maximizing the lights. And it actually feels good. And I'm actually talking to a moving video now. not an image. Because I'm talking to the camera and I'm looking at you. I was like, you're...
Yeah, it felt like you were talking to a brick wall, like not responding, right?
Yeah, and then there's just a voice that I'm hearing. Yeah, I'm just imagining things right now. But yeah, it's let's go back to the game that we have on hand here. By go back, I mean we're just gonna discuss because there's still a pause ongoing. We'll be back shortly. Don't worry about it. So if ever that this goes to a game 3, who has the advantage, like going into game number 3? Like not momentum wise, but in terms of the adjustment.
Well, it depends on how game 2 is gonna progress. We first have to see the response here of Fantasma Kalidad, the specific things that they're gonna be doing in game to adjust to it. I won't be surprised if come the next game, the side of BINASIC will try to take away the comfort picks of Ghost Striker here. I'm not saying that the Harley has been an absolute monster. Ghost Striker is having a great game so far, but right now it's not something that you can say, oh, we need to steal that away. However, that can change as this game goes on. If Ghost Striker shows off his abilities with the Harley, they'll make you go, wow, then yeah, you're going to have to consider banning that out. And so far, in terms of the drafting, BINASIC's picks, you don't have to adjust so much. Again, just to answer your question, it will really take time, and we need to see what Fantasma Kalidad are going to do in-game so that we can decide for BINASIC what they're going to be taking away in terms of the picks.
And really, there's a lot of options here, for being completely honest. So if anything, I feel like the way that Fantasma Kalidad should be drafting, at least for game number 3, if ever we do go to a game number 3, is for their own comfort. So it's going to be extremely difficult for them to ban out tanks. Honda Beast has a lot of tank options, as well as Pain. Chango has a lot of side lane or mage options for himself. Pain can also play mages, so that's a lot of things that you have to consider here if you are Fantasma Kalidad. Just play for comfort, but then get rid of the Jawhead because that's hella annoying during game number 1.
Yeah, considering how if we reach into game number 3, Fantasma Kalidad will have the blue side first pick. They might want to open up the Eudora at that point to pick that up. And then I think what might happen is that Pain will revert into going into picking the Kaja again, down the mid lane. Something that can really surprise Eudora with a Flicker Divine Judgment, pull her away, just to minimize her ability to scale up as fast as possible. And then Honda might go for something along the likes of a Kufra that can displace or stun. And as we head into the game, yeah, we're going to be able to get the answers to what Fantasma Kalidad will do to adjust to the game for number 3 if it reaches that point.
And we'll be diving back into the Land of Dawn. Honda Beast looking for an opportunity for the revenge. And Sarah will be taken out, and that's also a trade onto Changu. And it's Honda and the JM on here, the two tanks. You're not going anywhere, Honda. Let me just tour you around our jungle as they, BINASIC, push out the bottom lane turret. In the process, 30 is going to be joining on the fray. Revenge is going to connect onto Jaemon. No rage. The rage is available, but it's not going to be throwing it just yet. 30 still going in for a fight, and this mid lane turret is going to go down in just a bit as soon as this is pushed out. And they can clear the waves relatively fast.
Yeah, looking good right now for FANTASMA KALIDAD in terms of their counterplay capabilities, especially with Chango. Tengzi just picked up the Genius one, so now BINASIC has to watch out for that damage and their positioning. I feel like at this point, Honda Beast might end up becoming a sacrificial lamb for the lineup of BINASIC just to eat up the damage that the Meteor Shower can throw out. Good rotation here, though.
Good revenge and rage onto Jaemon, and that's going to force him back. Fire missiles will be thrown. Stick on to Honda Beast to try to deter him away from the teammates. Meteor Shower is going to be thrown out as well. Pain Flicks is extremely low. Farago Armor is not going to be helping him at this point, but he still managed to secure the kill onto Jaemon, and FANTASMA KALIDAD weren't in a position to contest that push.
Yeah, it could have been a great opportunity for FANTASMA KALIDAD to back off and just recover, but then Jaemon decided to take that fight. Yeah, he had some good targets there, but at that point, your Chang'e no longer had the Meteor Shower. At the same time, if I'm not mistaken, Sarah was trying to position herself better to get closer to the fight, but then I saw a bit of hesitation there because you could also see, again, that was a good chance for FANTASMA KALIDAD to back off, recover, and just try to play for better positioning for this Lord. Now, because of how that fight went, and the purple buff is up here for Wrecker, who was too busy, or who had to clear up the lanes up top, it's a free Lord for BINASIC.
It's a free Lord, which will be marching on over to the bottom lane quite shortly. And it's just a level 1 Lord, so there's nothing much to worry about here. They can deal with that. But if they cannot deal against this BINASIC 4-man gank squad that's roaming across the map, they will not have a good time.
And now FANTASMA KALIDAD, much better this time around in game number 2. Again, the capability of them to come back here with well-placed ultimates and abilities coming out from the Chang'e, coming in from this Kagura, who scale well again, who scale well into the mid to the late game. Their ability to defend this is quite good, but they have to watch out for 30 and Honda Beast.
The revenge connects onto Sarah. Sarah's forced to go back. Here comes the Last Insanity as well, dishing this fairly decent amount of damage, but Chango and 30 Gaming is going to be there to dish out the majority of the damage and take down the entirety of the team. They just lose 30 Gaming in the process, but the Lord is already marching in towards the bottom lane. They'll get the mid lane. They'll get the game as well, no doubt.
What an execution there by FANTASMA KALIDAD for that play, Nomad. Over and over again, well-timed use of the abilities, great targeting, one after the other. No ability went to waste there for BINASIC. And